10 years ago, there were 6 furniture companies in Galax, Virginia. Now, John Bassett's is the only one left. The reason, he says, is unfair competition from China.
I think we need to quit dodging the fact that they are a manipulator of that currency.
Because the Chinese government keeps its currency weak, Chinese furniture makers can sell their products for about 25% less than American companies. And currency manipulation is only number 3 on the administration's list of economic complaints. Number 2 is China's refusal to open markets to U.S. goods, and number 1 is China's massive theft of U.S. intellectual property, especially computer technology. The White House insists President Obama will have tough words for President Hu, but with little leverage to force China to do anything, expectations for this summit are low.
There's not much additional pressure that either side is going to put on one another.
President Obama will also urge China to do more to stop North Korea's and Iran's nuclear weapons programs. And the White House promises firm talk on human rights. But with so many strong disagreements, some critics ask why China should get the high honor of a state dinner. The White House says it's primarily because China is vital to U.S. economic growth.
Being on track to export more than $100 billion in goods and services to China this year.
The White House says all those exports support hundreds of thousands of jobs here in the U.S., so they say despite all the disputes, it is worth rolling out the red carpet for China. Katie?
And Chip, as you said, expectations are low, but how can the president use this opportunity, at least, to his advantage?
Well, Katie, you know, in international diplomacy, it's important to try to keep expectations low. The White House is trying so hard, they are even refusing to call this a summit. They just call it a meeting. So if there were any kind of little announcement on economic relations between the two countries, that would be a small victory for the president. But mostly, the White House is focused on the long term, hoping this will lead to better relations in the long term, more trade, and more jobs for Americans here at home. Katie?
All right. Chip Reid at the White House. Thank you, Chip.